Hey guys, what's going on? Hope everyone's well. I just wanted to make another video today talking about the what seems to be a controversy about people working from home. I just kind of wanted to explain things from my perspective as I do work from home right now. I'm a customer service rep. A lot of people don't like that. Like a lot of employers, people's bosses don't seem to like it too much. But my take on this is basically, if you're helping out your employees, giving them a little, saving them time and money, right? Like no traveling to work, no paying ridiculous prices for gas. You get to save a little bit of money and a little bit of time, right? So instead of spending, 10 hours working 8.5 hour shifts, you're really only spending 8.5 hours working instead of 8.5 hours working, then another hour and a half of travel time or whatever your travel time may be. And if the company is still profiting, which mine is, not losing money, then why not help out your employees? It's tough out there for the average person. The middle class is kind of slowly being wiped out, which I think is pretty obvious by all the numbers that we're seeing with inflation, the housing crisis. Everything's too expensive and most people aren't making enough money. So here's a chance for an employer to give you a little bit of a break if your job can be done at home, of course. So that's one reason that I think it's a good idea, is it does save time and money for the employee and it doesn't hurt the employer. So why not? The other thing it does is, it does give you a chance to take more, and when I say more comfortable breaks, I don't mean go lay in bed and have a nap and then come back from work or come back from lunch 2 hours later. I don't mean that. I just mean, you have a half an hour, you can go up and actually cook something, which is generally speaking way better for you than just packing a sandwich, throwing it in some fridge for 4 or 5 hours, or leftover pasta where the sauce goes sour. It's much better to eat at home than it is to just pack things in some Tupperware and let it sit there and try to heat it up in the microwave. We all know that's not as good as making something fresh, right? So that's another positive. It's not, you can manage without doing that, but it is another positive. And like I said, the companies are still making a lot of money. And a lot of people say, well, some companies aren't making money and that's the employee's fault because they just want to work from home because they're lazy and privileged. It's like, no, we're taking advantage of an opportunity to help us out while also still putting in the time and effort that we're supposed to be doing at work. And a lot of people say, well, a lot of people are just going to sit at home, watch TV, not really put in any production and still expect a paycheck. Well, there's really easy ways around that. It's very easy for companies to monitor what their employees are doing. Like for example, I worked for a place about a year ago and they basically had like a little system that would track if your mouse is moving or not, right? So it'd like send a ping over to your mouse every 15 seconds, and if it wasn't moving, it would record. And if it wasn't moving enough times, they would call you. They would know that you're not there working, right? So that's one way they can monitor it, as well as if you're taking calls like I am, what you could do as well is just monitor people's after call work time, which they can see through their software programs. And if you're not back and taking another call within 2 minutes, they're calling you out. And then if you still don't take a call after another couple minutes, they'll boot you from a system. You'll lose attendance points, which they're pretty strict about. And that's still going to get rid of the lesser employees. So there's still a way to monitor work. There's still ways to monitor to make sure that people are working. So that's really not that big of a deal, and that's another benefit from working from home. Employees can still track their workers and still just make sure that they're getting their work done. And then lastly, working from home also tends to improve morale, and for the reasons I said, right? Like you don't have to travel, you get to save money. Like there's benefits, and when there's benefits to working, that often will lead to a better morale for employees. And a better morale usually does lead to more production, so that's another positive. I understand maybe some companies don't have software to track employees and see what they're doing. And I don't mean like track them in a spy on them way, but you have to be able to monitor to make sure people are working. And so if there's companies not doing that, then that's really on the management's side of the company. That's not the employer's fault or the employee's fault. They're gonna, if you're not gonna catch them, if you're not gonna try to catch them from being lazy or from not working, people are going to take advantage of that, right? Just like employers will take advantage of employees being desperate for jobs, and that way, what that does is it gives a lot of employers a lot of leverage, right? Like, no, we don't have to get you a raise. What are you going to do? Quit and find another job? Good luck with that. Start at the bottom again. You have to wait 3 months for benefits. The employers have so much leverage right now, and it's working from home is a nice little way to say, hey, we're going to give something back to you if it's possible. I understand some jobs can't be done from home, but jobs that can be done from home, the employee should have the chance to want to do that. Some people may not like it. Some people may really enjoy it, but it should really be up to them as long as they're willing to put in the time and effort at work. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll be back shortly, probably later tonight or maybe tomorrow, to post another video. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.